Now we have a timer always running in the background, tracking the current time of our timer. But let's say that we want the user to be notified of when a certain time period has passed. For example, like every 5 or 10 seconds. Because they might not always be looking at the batch text, or they might not always have the pop-up open. Well, that's where the Chrome notification API used to come in. Because you could use this Chrome notification API to create an actual desktop notification to the user. And I say this is where it used to be used because now in Manifest version 3, our background scripts are a service worker. And if we actually go to the MDN web documentation, on service workers, there's something called the service worker registration object that has a built-in show notification function. And this is a super simple function that will display a notification to the user on their desktop. So in order to demonstrate this feature, the best way to do it is to actually just see it in action. And what I'm going to do is first head over to our manifest file, and we actually still need to add in permissions for the notifications feature, even though we aren't using a Chrome API. Once that's done, let's head back to our background script. And for now, I'm actually going to just console.log this again, because the show notification feature is actually a bit hidden on the background script. So if we refresh the extension and inspect the service worker, you can see that we're actually in the service worker global scope. We're not inside of the service worker registration. But there is actually a registration object that is the service worker registration. So what we actually need to do is inside of our alarm, what we're going to do is do this.registration.show notification. And inside, we can see that we have a title as the first parameter. So we'll pass in a string, which will be Chrome timer extension. And then after that, it takes an object that has a bunch of options in it. And there are a ton of options here, but the ones that we're going to worry about is the body, which is the text inside of the notification. And we'll just say 1 second has passed. And then we'll pass in an icon, and we can just pass in icon.png, which was our default icon. So now, if we refresh our extension, oh, there's a bit of a typo here. Should do just this registration. And if we refresh our extension, we can see that every second we're now getting a notification. Okay, so in order to not get spammed by notification, what we should do is actually gate this show notification by something like if time mod 10 is equal to 0, meaning that 10 seconds has passed, then we display a notification. So now if we refresh our extension, all of our notifications get cleared out. You can see that now the extension fires every 10 seconds. And just so that this extension isn't too annoying, I'm going to bump this up to 1,000 seconds. And then refresh our extension. And you can see currently the time is hard-coded in, but you can imagine we can easily turn this into an option that the user can set inside of their options page so that the timer fires exactly when they want it to.